Good morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to continue the reading of Because of Mr. Turret. I'm on page 38 and I'm going to get to page 44 today. I'll be covering the characters of Jessica and Alexia. So remember, we're still in the month of October in our book. So without further ado, here I go. Jessica, Act 2, Scene 1. My daily routine included lunch with Alexi and the girls, minus Danielle and Anna. They sat alone. And then recess. Alexia found it funny to see how upset Danielle would get. Right about the same time I was finishing the book, Belle Teal. I loved Belle. I went I wanted her to be my friend. She was honest and courageous. What would Belle do in my shoes? That was easy. She would do the right thing. And doing the right thing meant giving someone a chance. Danielle didn't seem anything like what Alexia made her out to be. I decided it was time to talk to Danielle and really find out for myself. So she didn't want to just take Lexi's word for it. Act 2, Scene 2. I set out to find Danielle the next day at recess. I spotted her from a distance. She was drawing in the dirt with a stick. Hi, Danielle, I said as I approached, clutching my latest book, Where That Red Fern Grows, close to me. What do you want? She shot back, jabbing her stick too hard into the ground, causing it to snap in half. She turned away. It sounded like she was crying. Are you okay? I walked closer. No. Lexi's being really mean to me, and it's all your fault. She threw her stick onto the ground. My fault? She blamed me? Why didn't I see it coming? It made perfect sense. I was the new girl, and my arrival pushed her out of the group. I'm sorry, I said. I stood there. I wanted to be back in California anyway, and I missed my dad. Danielle began scratching pictures in the dirt with her finger. I'm sorry I said that. It really is not your fault. I sat down. It's just that Lexi's ignoring me, talking about me, saying mean stuff, Danielle went on. She doesn't sit with me at lunch. She's not playing with me. And now all the other girls are doing the same thing. They always do what Alexia says. Anna's the only one who still's nice, and I'm not supposed to even be friends with her. Why not? I asked. My friend, especially my grandma, thinks that she's a bad influence. I don't get it. My mom and dad used to be friends with her grandparents, and you mean her parents? I interrupted. No, her grandparents. Danielle stopped moving the dirt and sat up to explain. My mom and dad are 47. They had my older brother Charlie when they were 20, the same time Anna had Anna's mother. They were all friends at church. That's how they knew each other. Charlie is 27, so Anna's mom must be 27 too. And Anna's 11, I said, quickly putting it all together. So that means her mom was 16 when Anna was born. That's right, Danielle said. And that's why your family, especially grandmother, thinks that Anna's a bad influence? I asked. Yes, Danielle said. I think they figure Anna will be like her mother and that's not the type of people churchgoers should be associated with. I don't like what I was hearing. None of it seemed fair to Anna. But I wanted to learn more about her mother's story. What happened after Anna was born? I'm not sure. I just know that it's only Anna and her mother now. None of that's her fault, I said matter of factly. Danielle nodded. She bent forward and started drawing in the dirt again. I decided not to push it any more. She seemed upset by it, too. I'll play with you, I said. You will? The hint of a smile spread across Danielle's dirt streaked, teary face. Sure, and I won't listen to Alexia. I slid where the red fern grows, off to the side, and dug into the earth with my finger. I know that book. My grandma read it to me. It's very good, I said, especially everybody always likes a character with a dog. That's something my dad told me. It's a sad story, Danielle said, but I won't tell you what happens. Please don't. We can talk about when I get done, though. Sure, she said, shrugging her shoulders. We sat next to each other, scratching pictures in the dirt until the whistle sounded. Recess was over. We stood and brushed ourselves off. That was when I saw Danielle's dirt sketch of two dogs. That's a great picture, Danielle. Thanks, she said. I liked Danielle. There were a lot of interesting things to learn about her, I could tell. I grabbed my book and we headed toward the building. Then I saw Anna wandering over by herself. I wondered if she wanted to be a loner, or did she want friends? Why did they why did she try so hard to be invisible? Was she embarrassed by her family's situation? And how many people actually knew all that stuff about her mother? Act 2, Scene 3. I was walking with Danielle when all of a sudden she rushed ahead and hurried inside. Looking up, I found why. Alexia got right in my face. Like, what you doing? I thought I told you not to be friends with her. Alexia's head jerked from side to side as she talked. It reminded me of a bobblehead. She blocked my way, her hands on her cheetah patterned hips. There's nothing wrong with Danielle. Besides, I can play with whomever I want, I said. Fine. Then, like, you're not my friend anymore, Alexia said. She knocked where the red fern grows out of my hands. Then she whipped around and stomped inside. I wasn't upset, but I'm not stupid either. I knew Alexia was going to make my life miserable. That was her game, and she was good at it, too. I had no clue how bad things would really get. Now we're to Alexia. All right, drama queen. I saw Jessica talking to Danielle. I saw them playing. That double-crossing no good Miss Perfect from California. She was going to get it. I went right up to her after recess, smacked her stupid book out of her hands. Who did she think she was messing things up? I couldn't let her stand up to me and get away with it. Then somebody else might think they could do that, too. I wasn't about to let that happen. Nobody messes with Alexia. Then I had to deal with Danielle. I caught up to her inside and followed her into the bathroom. I was like, "What you doing?" She backed up to the stall. "Nothing. What's wrong?" I was like, "You're crazy to be friends with that new girl. I told you she's been saying nasty stuff about you. How, how you smell like the farm and just now she says, who's bigger, Danielle or the cows?" Now Danielle was crying. Sure. I hugged her. I was like, "We've been friends a long time, Danielle, since second grade. We don't need her." She was still crying. I hugged her again. I was thinking, this will teach you to mess. This will teach you to mess with me, Miss Perfect. I let go of Danielle and walked over and stood in front of the mirror. I fixed my scrunchie on my hair and readjusted my scarf. I reapplied some Princess Pink lip gloss. I was like, "Don't you worry, Danielle. We'll get her." And that is the end of that. Next is Danielle. We'll see where this drama goes. All right. Take care.